Chosen one, close your mouth right now. Whatever you are about to say about your next move, seal it. What I am about to tell you is going to explain why everything depends on what you do not say in the next 24 hours. The enemy is working overtime right now for one reason, and one reason only. He knows what is scheduled for your life this week, and the only way he can stop it is if you announce it before it arrives. It all shifts tomorrow. The confusion, the stagnation, the feeling that nothing is moving. But here is what you need to understand right now. It is not shifting because of luck. It is shifting because of something you have already done. And the next thing you do, or more precisely, the next thing you do not say, is going to determine whether that shift lands in your hands or slips through them. Think back to that moment this week when something stirred inside you. A plan, a vision, an idea so clear it almost frightened you. And maybe your first instinct was to pick up the phone and tell someone. Maybe you started typing a message and then stopped. Maybe you felt this quiet but firm resistance in your spirit, like an invisible hand pressing against your mouth. You did not know it then, but that restraint was not hesitation. That was wisdom. That was divine intelligence operating through you before your mind even caught up. You did not stumble onto this message by accident. The algorithm did not bring you here. The Holy Spirit did. This is a divine appointment, scheduled before the foundations of the earth, arriving at the precise moment your assignment is about to accelerate. Stay until the very last second of this message, because in the next few minutes, I am going to hand you the spiritual verdict that explains why silence is your most dangerous weapon right now. I am going to walk you through the zero-compromise audit that reveals exactly who in your circle is connected to your vision and who is unknowingly carrying a leak. And at the end, we will seal your next move with a declaration so airtight that the enemy will not find a single entry point. Do not click away. Your future self is not asking you to stay. They are begging you. Because if you leave now, you leave before you receive the one insight that closes the door on every cycle of sabotage you have been walking through. I know what the last 72 hours have felt like. The atmosphere has not just been tense, it has been loud in a way that has nothing to do with noise. Maybe you have been lying awake at 3 in the morning this week, mind racing, rehearsing conversations that have not happened yet, preparing your defense, explaining your plans, imagining how you will describe your breakthrough before it even arrives. Or maybe it was yesterday, sitting in the middle of your day, feeling this almost overwhelming urge to tell someone what you are building, what you are believing for, what God showed you in that quiet moment last month. You wanted to be seen. You wanted someone to confirm that it is real. You feel suspended, like you are standing in a hallway between the life you are leaving and the life you have been promised. And everything is completely still. And in that stillness, the enemy has started whispering a very specific lie. He is telling you that the reason your breakthrough has not manifested yet is because you are not speaking it out enough. He is replaying that motivational content you consumed last year, the one about confession and declaration, and he is twisting it. He is telling you that you need to announce it, post about it, share it, claim it publicly. He is pointing to that moment when you went quiet, when you pulled back, when you stopped talking about what you were building. And he is telling you that silence is the same as doubt. He is telling you that you stopped believing. But I need you to hear what the scripture actually says about this season. Ecclesiastes 3-7 says there is a time to be silent and a time to speak. Listen to that. There is a time to be silent, not a time to doubt. Not a time to shrink, a time to be strategically, deliberately, prophetically silent. The wisdom of heaven recognizes that not every season is a speaking season. Some moves are so significant, so charged with divine purpose, that the moment you expose them to the wrong atmosphere, the wrong ear, the wrong energy, you drain the power right out of them before they ever fully form. You are not in a doubt cycle. You are in a consecration season. The heaviness you feel is not the weight of being forgotten. It is the weight of being set apart. It is the pressure of a seed pressing through soil right before it breaks the surface. You think your silence has been passivity. You think pulling back from explaining yourself was weakness. Let me reframe your reality right now. That was not retreat, that was protection. You have been guarding the most valuable thing heaven has placed in your hands. And you did it by instinct, because something in your spirit already knew what your mind is only now beginning to understand. Your next move is not supposed to be loud. It is supposed to be lethal. Some messages don't just inform, they activate. If something stirred deep in your spirit just now, you may be ready to receive the Chosen One's blueprint. This sacred guide reveals the 8 divine patterns behind your calling, your suffering, and your destiny. It also comes with the full audio book, so you can absorb it during prayer, rest, or quiet moments with God. And for those called to speak His truth, you'll also receive Activating Your Prophet Mantle, a powerful bonus ebook for those carrying a prophetic assignment. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. Now let's go deeper, because what the hook just cracked open is only the surface of what God is trying to show you. There is a profound reason why the stillness of silence can feel so profoundly uncomfortable, like an unwelcome guest in the quiet chambers of our souls. It's a primal resistance, isn't it? The moment a whisper from the heavens touches your spirit, a dazzling vision, a divinely etched plan, a breathtaking promise, there's an almost immediate, visceral urge to externalize it. It's as if an internal dam has burst and the waters of revelation must flow outwards. You feel compelled to reach for the phone, to draft that social media post, to lean across a table and declare with an almost sacred urgency, "Let me tell you what God told me." This impulse feels righteous, doesn't it? It feels like an act of honoring the divine word, a testament to its power. But here lies a truth that many are not yet poised to receive. A hard-won insight that cuts against the grain of our desire for immediate affirmation. Premature declaration, the speaking forth of what God has not yet fully formed or established, is one of the enemy's most insidious and devastating weapons against the chosen. It's not the overt attack, the glaring opposition, or the sharp sting of betrayal that often proves most ruinous. No, the adversary's most potent tool against the prepared heart is paradoxically your own mouth. Consider the epic narrative of Samson. His monumental strength wasn't inherent in the flowing locks of his hair. That was merely the outward symbol, the visible seal of a covenant, the tangible sign of an inward agreement with the Almighty. His true power was rooted in his sacred connection to God, but what ultimately led to his downfall was not Delilah's relentless persistence, nor the physical torment he endured. It was his inability to safeguard what God had decreed as sacred and secret. He spoke the unspeakable truth of his anointing, effectively handing the very key to his divinely appointed power to someone who had already demonstrated a profound untrustworthiness with the innermost sanctuary of his heart. The instant those words escaped his lips, the spiritual battlefield shifted. The assignment, once firmly within his grasp, was suddenly vulnerable, poised to be seized by his adversaries. Your own words possess a similar potent capability. When you boldly announce what God has not yet solidified, what He has not yet anchored in the bedrock of reality, you are essentially inviting a spiritual onslaught into a sacred territory that was meant to be shielded by the impenetrable fortress of silence. But the wisdom here extends far beyond the spoken words directed at others. It delves into the subtler, yet equally critical landscape of your internal dialogues. This is where the battle for your destiny is often truly waged. Right now, beneath the surface of your daily awareness, an ongoing internal monologue is playing out, a constant rehearsal of your life's narrative. And the startling reality is that most individuals have never paused long enough to truly audit this inner conversation. You have been, perhaps unconsciously, scripting a story about your identity, your inherent worth, the very possibilities that lie before you. And this internal script has, for the most part, been authored by voices shaped by limitations, by perspectives that could never encompass the expansive, omniscient vision of heaven. You've heard the echoes of being told you were too much, too loud, too sensitive, too ambitious. Or perhaps the persistent refrain was that you were not enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough. Your dreams were dismissed as fanciful, your unique gifts were belittled as ordinary, and your nascent calling felt hopelessly entangled and unclear. Somewhere along the arduous journey, navigating the treacherous terrain of past wounds and the wearying weight of everyday struggles, you began to tacitly agree, not necessarily in vocal pronouncements, but in the quiet language of your hesitations, in the subtle way you shrink back when you are called to step boldly forward, in the way you contract and diminish your presence in rooms where you were divinely intended to expand and shine, in the subtle, insidious habit of second-guessing the very instincts, the divine compass God Himself placed within you to navigate the complexities of this particular season. And what is poised to unfold next might profoundly surprise you, because the root of this challenge extends far beyond a simple deficit in confidence or the lingering shadows of past trauma. There is a far more strategic, a more deliberate spiritual operation at play here. The enemy doesn't necessarily need to launch a frontal assault to derail your divine trajectory. His objective is far simpler and arguably more effective. He only needs to keep you talking about your pain before it has been sanctified through processing and transformation, talking about your purpose before it has been securely enveloped in divine protection, talking about your meticulously crafted plan before it has been lovingly planted in the fertile receptive soil of God's timing and will. Because when you release something prematurely into the atmosphere of declaration, you dissipate its spiritual energy, its inherent power, before it has had the essential time to establish deep roots. A seed, exposed to the harsh elements before it can anchor itself, does not flourish. It withers and dies. This is precisely why Jesus, in His profound wisdom, often implored those He healed to tell no one. It wasn't about suppressing the miraculous itself, but about safeguarding the nascent assignment, allowing it the necessary period of protection and development before it was ready for public proclamation. Now, with this deeper understanding firmly grasped, you are better equipped to comprehend what this divine principle truly demands of you in practical, actionable terms. Closing your mouth is not an act of passive surrender. Let that truth settle deeply within your spirit for a moment, because this is a point of significant misunderstanding for many. Spiritual silence has been misconstrued as spiritual paralysis, a state of inert inaction. There's a pervasive belief that waiting quietly equates to doing nothing. However, history and scripture are replete with instances of the most potent, strategic, and divinely orchestrated movements occurring within seasons of profound external stillness. Consider David, anointed king as a mere youth. He didn't immediately ascend to the throne or begin a public relations campaign for his kingship. Instead, he returned to the fields, a place of obscurity. There, in the crucible of solitude, he honed his God-given gifts, confronting and conquering lions and bears in private battles that no one witnessed. It was in this prolonged season of silence that he cultivated an intimacy with God, a depth of character that no royal palace could ever have fostered. His preparation was meticulously crafted in the quiet spaces. His character was forged in the fires of unseen trials, and by the time the mantle of kingship was officially bestowed upon him, he wasn't striving to become a king. He already was one. The earthly throne was merely acknowledging and aligning with the profound transformation God had already accomplished within him. This moment, right now, is your sacred invitation, not to withdraw in fear, not to hide your gifts from the world, but to diligently, faithfully, and discreetly build in the secret chambers of your life what God intends to reveal in glorious fullness. Please stay with me, because what is about to be unveiled is the very key that unlocks the cycle for so many who have been waiting with a persistent ache in their souls, beginning to question if they have somehow missed their moment. There is a vital distinction between a divine delay and a divine denial, a difference many conflate, treating one as if it were the other. A delay is God's gentle yet firm affirmation of not yet, A denial is his decisive statement of not this. And when you lack the spiritual discernment to differentiate between the two, a cascade of panic can ensue. You might find yourself desperately trying to force open doors that were never intended to swing wide in this particular season of your life. You begin to fill the sacred space of silence with a cacophony of noise, frantic activity, performance-driven endeavors, premature announcements, because this consuming silence can feel akin to a spiritual death, especially when you have endured a wait so prolonged that the very memory of what you were waiting for has begun to fade. But here lies a profound divine paradox, a truth you must absorb into the very core of your being. The longer the silence, the more resonant and significant the assignment. God does not allocate such extended periods of gestation to trivial matters. The sheer depth of the preparation invariably illuminates the monumental scale of the mission. And the enemy understands this intrinsically. He knows that if he can provoke you to break the sacred silence prematurely, he can effectively dilute the potent power of what is being intricately built within you, neutralizing its impact before it ever has the chance to manifest in the world. This profound understanding leads us to a truth that eludes the perception of most, a revelation often hidden in plain sight within the humble narrative of Mary. When the celestial messenger declared that she, a young maiden, would conceive and carry the Son of God, she did not rush into the bustling streets of Nazareth to proclaim this world-altering news. She did not convene the disciples, nor did she seek out the esteemed religious leaders for confirmation. Instead, she received the word and sat with it, allowing it to permeate her being. She pondered its miraculous implications in the quiet sanctuary of her heart. Subsequently, she journeyed in quietude to visit Elizabeth, a single trusted confidant, another woman who was herself immersed in the astonishing currents of a divine mystery. Mary did not broadcast the miracle. She meticulously protected it. She cradled it within the stillness of her being until the divinely appointed moment arrived. And when that moment did finally dawn, the declaration that flowed from her lips, the sacred words we now know as the Magnificat, was not the proclamation of a woman striving to be believed. It was the irrepressible overflow of a spirit so profoundly filled, so completely saturated with divine truth, that the words could no longer be contained. That, beloved, is the fundamental difference. The world will constantly attempt to extract your testimony from you before it has fully matured, before it is truly ready. God, however, waits patiently, allowing it to become so deeply established within you that when it finally emerges, it possesses an undeniable, unshakable power. But if you are truly honest with yourself, here confronts you a more challenging yet undeniably crucial question. Who have you been attempting to convince? Because there exists a subtle, yet pervasive, manifestation of premature speaking that stems not from holy excitement, nor from a simple lack of wisdom, but from the insidious grip of insecurity. It is the deep-seated need for external validation, the craving for someone else to confirm what the Spirit of God has already whispered directly to your soul, all because you have not yet cultivated the profound trust in the divine voice above the incessant clamor of human affirmation. You continue to announce your vision, not because it is fully realized, but because deep within, you are still seeking an external voice to declare it real. You feel compelled to explain your calling, not because you have fully embraced it yourself, but because you are still wrestling with its legitimacy internally, and it is precisely here that the enemy garners his most significant leverage, not by fostering doubt in God's faithfulness, but by cultivating such profound self-doubt within you that you begin to outsource your own confirmation to individuals who were never divinely appointed to bear the immense weight of your destiny. The moment you cease to require the approval of others, the urgent impulse to announce your intentions dissipates, and as that urgency wanes, the divine assignment begins to gather unstoppable momentum. And here is where this truth challenges even those who consider themselves spiritually mature, confronting a reality many are still not prepared to face. Some of the very people to whom you have earnestly shared your nascent dreams, your fledgling visions, are not adversaries in the traditional sense. They are not malicious haters, nor are they inherently bad people. They likely love you dearly. However, they carry a spiritual frequency, a vibrational resonance, that is fundamentally incompatible with the divine trajectory upon which God is setting you. And every single time you share your sacred vision with them, you invariably walk away feeling incrementally less certain than you were before. This erosion of conviction doesn't stem from any cruel words they may have spoken. Rather, it is a subconscious recognition that their faith ceiling, their spiritual capacity to perceive and embrace the magnitude of your assignment, is demonstrably lower than the divine scope of what God has placed upon you. You inadvertently absorb their inherent doubt, like invisible yet deeply damaging second-hand smoke. Consequently, the profound silence that God is now calling you into is not merely for the purpose of shielding your divine plan from the attacks of the enemy. It is also a vital act of protecting the delicate seed of your own faith from the well-intentioned, yet spiritually misaligned, voices of individuals who, despite their genuine care for you, simply cannot perceive the unique, divine imprint that God has placed within you. And now, we arrive at the revelation you likely did not anticipate, the peace that has the power to reframe and illuminate everything you have just received. The true, potent, and often deadly secret is not your meticulously crafted plan, nor your inspiring vision, nor even your specific calling. The most potent secret, the true force multiplier in God's economy, is the profound transformation that is occurring within you during this season of silence. The enemy is not primarily afraid of what you are about to do. He is deeply, profoundly afraid of who you are about to be. Because what God is intricately constructing within you right now, the unshakable character, the deepening resilience, the profound rootedness that can only be cultivated through sustained seasons of sacred obscurity, that is the element that, once fully formed, cannot be dismantled or destroyed. Your future announcement, however powerful it may seem, will not, in itself, fundamentally change the world. But the person who emerges, fully formed and forged from the fires of this silence, will. The plan God has given you is undeniably powerful, but the vessel He is meticulously building to carry and execute that plan is the true threat to the adversary's dominion. And this season of silence is not merely a waiting room for your destiny to arrive. No, it is the sacred workshop where your destiny is being powerfully, purposefully, and immutably forged. Place your hand upon your heart and declare these transformative words with me, allowing them to echo and resonate within your innermost being. I release the desperate need to be fully understood before I have been divinely established. I release the paralyzing anxiety of invisibility and the gnawing hunger for premature validation. I choose to trust the silence. I choose to honor the sacred process unfolding within me. I am closing my mouth around that which God has made sacred, and I am opening my spirit wide to receive every divine deposit He is meticulously placing within me in this transformative season. I am not behind. I am not forgotten. My current stillness is not a sign of being delayed without profound purpose. I am being prepared with a divine precision that only the heart of heaven fully comprehends. And when the moment arrives, and it will with undeniable certainty, what will emerge from me will not be the anxious announcement of someone desperately seeking to be believed. It will be the uncontainable overflow of a spirit and a life that have already been profoundly transformed. I am chosen. I am divinely protected. I am stepping forward with the quiet, unshakable confidence of one who knows intimately the one who meticulously holds their future. And I will not speak prematurely what God has divinely appointed for a perfect and powerful time. If this message resonated deeply within you, confirming what your spirit has already known, please share it with another soul who might be navigating a season of silence, wrestling with the fear that God has perhaps forgotten them. Drop a single word in the comments below, just one word that encapsulates the essence of what this revelation has stirred within you. Your shared word, a beacon of encouragement, might be the very thing that keeps someone else from giving up on their divinely appointed path. And if you sense the profound call to delve deeper into the intricate work God is orchestrating within you during this pivotal season of your life, the link thoughtfully placed in the first pinned comment eagerly awaits you. Beloved, you already know, with a certainty that transcends logic, if it is for you.